Danny, when we get into this matchup, Cincy and the Florida State Seminoles are representing the Pac-12 in this one tonight, and LSU is coming through with the Big Ten. So this is not a conference matchup, but this really has a lot to do with starting off a new dynasty and just getting going a good season, building momentum for these young squads.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's going to start, everyone's either going to start 1-0, you want to start 0-1, right? So you're either going to be on either side of the spectrum. Nobody wants to start 0-1. Everybody wants to kick off the brand new season off hot. You want to gain momentum, and what better way than kicking it off right now, right? And it's a huge matchup for Florida State. If they can knock off a big perennial team like LSU, it's going to be something special.
Yep, and here's the kickoff right now. LSU with the white jerseys with the yellow pants, and Florida State wearing all black with the golden domes. Here, live on Twitch, can you dig it? High end-over-end kick. It's going to reach the back end zone, maybe about 5 yards deep, and we're going to see a kneel right there for first down. We're going to get to be able to see what kind of offense this Florida State team is going to come out and put out here. Of course, Cincy with the Bearcats last year had a major deep threat and a run game to complement it. As they're going through these first few plays here and trying to set the tone and tempo here for the new coaching staff. It looks like we got a right away shotgun set, 4 wides, 2 to each side. It's going to be a quick handoff right up the middle to Ward. He's going to gain maybe about 4 yards before being tackled.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see what Cincy wants to do. He's very well known for running and gunning it last year with that Cincy squad, and he's got himself a whole different unit now. Some would say a little bit more athletic. So it's very interesting to see what he's going to do and see how he controls the system.
We're going to get back after it here now. Same formation looks like pretty much to me. That's Travis in the backfield. Maybe Travis Evie with the handoff there to Ward once again. So Florida's coming out, keeping the ball on the ground and being successful at doing so, making it a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, huge for them to test that defensive line of LSU right away. You want to know if your bigs can handle theirs. And so far, 2 plays, back-to-back 4-yard, 5-yard gains. That's what you want. If you can get 4 to 5 every single play, you're going to continuously drive down that field.
Yeah, and if they're going to be able to do that, then of course it becomes, how do we adjust to it as the Tigers line up 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers back behind that. A couple DBs step up closer to the line. But we got a 2 tight end set here, 2 wides to the left and single back. Hit pocket. Travis barking out some commands and changes. Both sides of the field, both sides of the line of scrimmage now adjusting. Man in motion to the right. Looks like a halfback screen to the left. And it's not going to make its intended target right there. Jordan Travis 0 for 1 passing on his first down or his first pass attempt.
Yeah, very interesting play there, right? Maybe a little bit we're thinking too much out of the box. So you had 1 yard to go. Your O-line's looking good. It was a great play call. I was there. Just, that defensive lineman did a good job of sniffing it out and holding it down. We might see our first 4th down conversion of the season, George.
Well, it's definitely our first 4th down of the season. And I don't think I saw the special teams unit running out there. So we're going to see a 4th down attempt here for the first down try backed into their own 50-yard line here. But it's going to be a handoff to Benson right there. Old fullback Trey Benson. I hear he's a speedy fellow. Haven't been able to see him play much, but fullback dive right up the middle, chains it down in distance.
Yeah, Benson is one of the most athletic H-backs there is. Not a true fullback. He will see some time around the field, but it's really interesting to see them say, hey, you know what, 1 yard, we're going to trust our bigs, and they're going to go after it, especially into the heart and the teeth of this LSU defense.
Yeah, LSU was definitely stacked up against the run on that 3rd down play. That's why we saw the switch to pass, and then Right there, the fullback got it done on 4th. But here's the 1st and 10. Man in motion. This time the quarterback keeps it, and he's got some blockers. He's got some open space. Couldn't get that last block from his big lineman, but Ward is showing off that speed. Oh, and the shoestring tackle drops him after a 54-yard rush, but Trayshawn Ward, explosive down the field, and now into the red zone of LSU.
Yeah, what a play call. Great blocking execution. Really good job of making sure your athlete's going to catch the ball. Every time you get into the Wildcat, that extra blocker is always going to be added. Good job following your blockers, and just a tremendous job by Florida State calling it. It's a way to keep LSU on their heels.
Yeah, Florida State kept on their blocks, and Louisiana State wasn't able to get off of theirs. Let's see if that continues here on 1st and goal, right around the 9-yard line. Barking out some commands, got a few wide receivers to the left. That's going to be a quick handoff to Ward. And Ward's going to gain a 2 off the left side before being brought down.
Yeah, very interesting defensive look there. They wanted to power it, and they wanted to see exactly what Florida State was going to bring. It looks like right now we're seeing a lot of the Ward show from Coach Bowen, and it's going to be extremely interesting because he loves his trick plays. He loves his maneuvers, so I'm so excited to see how he develops this offense.
We got a 2 tight end set again, 2 wide receivers to the left, halfback in the pistol set on the right side hip, and Travis is going to drop it on the outside and over a defender. Nice touch pass there. 1 for 2 passing, 7 yards, but that important touchdown on their opening possession.
Yeah, McDonald there at tight end. He is a stud. He's one of Travis's favorite receivers. Whenever you have a young quarterback who's getting his first couple starts, we have seen him before, but the big thing is they always like to go to their biggest receivers, and that's their tight ends. They always trust them. Great play call there. Great drive, though, George.
Yeah, other than that 3rd down execution, on the potential screen pass that, fell incomplete. Really, really good execution otherwise for Florida State. And LSU is going to be getting the ball here and with a chance to answer back. But their defense already putting the offense in position of, trying to come back and rematch the score here. But this is Fitzgerald's first kickoff of the NWO. And that's recepted about 5 yards back. He's going to be traveling on the left side, picks up a few blocks, shows some shiftiness there, and gains 32 yards. That's John Emery Jr. Good return.
Yeah, Emery Jr. is another one of those just stout athletes from the state of Louisiana. He's their senior leader there at the running back position. Very interesting to see him as a returner. But, it's explosive. It's smart. Everyone knows the return game is so important in this NWO matchups.
Yeah, follow the dreadlocks. All right, so we have a single back, single tight end, dropping straight back, 7-step drop. Hits the man with the dreadlocks right away on the out route, and he's running for about 15 to 20 more yards, and that's a 34-yard gain for Emery once again.
Yeah, exactly how you want to silence the crowd. You want to calm everybody down. Their home crowd is pumped. They're up 7-0, and right away they leave the running back wide open. One of the best athletes. And great answer.
Yeah, Florida State showing success in offense on their opening possession, but LSU with a big gainer right there has already crossed the 50. We see 4 down linemen there for Florida State, and we're going to fake the handoff here and hit another side pass out to the right flank there. That time to John Betch for a 17-yard reception.
Yeah, Coach JB has talked a ton about his new quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He's a transfer from Arizona State, coming in here, won the job, and he's an extremely athletic guy with a big arm, great talent, but he can move. And so far, we're seeing him sling it.
Got it. Oh, and that is a little trickery play right there. Looked like a shovel pass to Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, very interesting there. Hey, I'll tell you what, you don't want your quarterback taking punishment, so pitch it away. Let the big guys take it.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a little bit of a keeper maybe, and at the last second, he shuffles that away, but man, he got his head taken off for that one. 2nd and 11 now. We got 2 wideouts to the right. one to the left, and that two-back set that we see from Junior Bronco so often. Motion to the right. He's dropping back. He's dropping way back. Dropped about 15 yards back and to the right, but that Florida State defensive end pressure was right there, forcing him the pass incomplete. Now 3rd and 11.
Yeah, you know, the deeper you get into your pocket, the harder it is for your tackles to make those blocks. Great job at Florida State. Really good protection. He had a man open right away, but that D-line is something special.
Definitely applying the pressure on that one, but trying to do it one more time. This crowd is getting loud here, trying to have their team snuff out and suffocate this Florida State or this Louisiana State threat. We got one down tight end, single back, 3 wides. Impact player receives the ball, and he's dropping, he's breaking out of the pocket left, showing off some speed, throws it at the last second. Had a couple defenders right there. The Florida State coach is pounding his fist, saying that the guy should have came up with a play, but still great defense on the play, forcing a 4th down, and maybe possibly a LSU special teams try here for 3-point field goal. They're already lined up. We're going to roll right into this. Snap is good, hold is good, and he hooked it. No, he made it. He snuck it inside the upright. That looked like it was going to go far left. It looked like a hook from the get-go, and it just snuck in.
Yeah, very tough angle there for that kicker, and we saw both second down and 3rd down great plays by that Florida State secondary, causing them to really struggle there for Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, a couple explosive plays from LSU to really start it off, and then defense for Florida State kind of bowed up after getting some pressure on the quarterback and forcing him to make some quick decisions into some coverage, and then also, of course, that quick throwaway out to the sideline. But on Florida State's second possession, let's see if they can match not just the production, but also the approach, running the football the first time down the field with a couple throws. But right now we got 3 wideouts, a tight end right there, and this is going to be a timeout by Louisiana State. Maybe didn't like the matchup?
Exactly. I was about to say, they saw something that they didn't really like. It's smart, right? You take it, make sure you have a great defensive drive here. You want to kind of stall because Florida State has done a good job of winning the back end of these drives offensively and defensively.
We're going to line up and do this again. And Florida State back to their 2 wides on each side, single back, halfback draw. Ward's going to take it. He's not going to see any contact till about 6 yards up. He falls forward for 2 more. 8-yard rush right there.
Yeah, that box right there for Louisiana State has been very linebacker deprived. They don't have anybody inside, and when it's 5-on-4, more than likely you're going to get someone bumped out and just run north.
2nd and 2 opens up the whole playbook here. See what kind of approach Florida State does with this. We're going to see a counter right there, and Ward is going to shake off a couple of defenders before the secondary defender comes in there and finally gets him onto the ground, but not before getting a 1st down. Florida State.
Yeah, the famous counter play here in the NWO. I still don't know how to run it. I don't know how you guys get so good at it, but it's always proven to see these running backs starting to step up, and right now we're seeing Ward take the spotlight.
Often imitated, never duplicated. We got 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. We're going to take a shotgun. We're going to throw it out to the McDonald. Second time we've called his name, and Cameron McDonald that time for an 11-yard gain. Well, had a little bit of traffic there, but showed his strength and sure-handedness getting a 1st down.
Yeah, he's got some of the best hands on his team. I love the offensive linemen, but the tight ends are like our little brothers, and that tight end is a great athlete, perfect receiver for his quarterback.
That's going to take us into Louisiana State territory with still about 2 minutes left in the first quarter, so a lot of action here so far in the first quarter. We're going to see a 5-wide look this time, and one being flanked out even farther left on the field side. And now we see a whole different play. Now we got opposite, 3 to the field side. And Travis is going to keep this one. And he makes 2 men miss so far. Brought down by the 3rd defender, but after a 10-yard rush 1st down.
Yeah, we're finally seeing these athletic quarterbacks take off, and Jordan Travis right there is exactly known for that. He's got a good arm, really impressive on him, but he's such a stout athlete, and he gets himself out of trouble there. Good job.
Yeah, keeping the chains and the drive on schedule. Looks like we're down now to the 39-yard line with under 2 minutes to play. Florida State mostly keeping it on the ground, passing when they need to. And Louisiana State still looking for that adjustment to try to shore up and slow down or stop this Florida State offense. 3 wides to the right. That's a counter to the left, and that time it's snuffed out for a 2-yard loss. Tackle by number 6 right there. Don't know what position he came from, but great play in the backfield. TFL.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough one. The offensive line was a little outnumbered there. Almost had it towards the edge, but just a great play slicing through the backside.
Gotta watch the backside at all times. Gotta watch the backside. Just about a minute to play here. Ball still at the 41. Not really sure if this is field goal range or not. This will probably be a little bit too long. Mike Jones Jr., though, that was his name. 3 tackles on the day. He's showed up so far. 2 wideouts to the right. 2 guys in the backfield. Split set. Travis drops back 5. Now 7, now 10. Breaks out to the right. Makes one man miss. Gets absolutely depleted for just a 4-yard rush.
Yeah, what a smack right there. And exactly, you said it, just a 4-yard rush. You know, when it comes to it, you don't want your star quarterbacks taking those types of hits. But just a tremendous play there by LSU. You know, those athletes are hard to juke.
Made the first one miss because he had space. Broke out of the pocket. And second guy really made him pay for it. Good God, as my colleague would say. 2 wideouts to each side, but they're bunched tight. And Ward going out to the right now. So empty backfield look here. Travis barking out some more commands. Right-handed quarterback surveys the field, and he's going to drop a bomb over the top. And couldn't high point the ball. Number 24 couldn't actually bring it down. Tight coverage on that play.
Yeah, when you play Cincy, you got to understand that your DBs better be ready. There's going to be 5 wide receivers on the field at one time. Likely you're going to get into that bunch formation. He loves it. His offensive coordinator does a good job of finding the mismatches. And he had a great throw there. Just a better play by that DB.
So we are going to see a field goal attempt, barring a fake here, on what should be the last play of the first quarter. And it is up, and it looks like it was down the middle, but it hooked a little bit, and that's a miss.
Yeah, what else do you get from Florida State than wide left, baby? Go Canes. Even though, I'm not there anymore.
Let me find out. The rivalry is already a-brewing. And we got that rivalry game going later on this year. All right, so LSU's going to take over. He's going to roll out right, find his man. Oh, and one broken tackle, but the second tackler is there for stopping the receiver for a 15-yard gain. Big play.
George, I really wish we had a replay. Just a great play call, great route by that slot receiver. That was pretty. I'm going to have to try to steal that one.
Quarterback showed a lot of poise on that one, letting the play develop. But this doesn't have time to develop. Yikes. Oh, my God. Number 5 was in there quick, and he brought him down hard.
Yeah, what a play there. I don't know what happened. Big miscommunication by the offensive line. You can never have, a player just like Jared Verse, that defensive end, slice through like that. That was a tough one.
Looked like the screenplay was getting developed over on the left side a little bit too slowly. And defender with that sort of speed didn't hesitate. When he saw that red, he went straight, or that white jersey, he went straight after him, brought him down. That's a huge loss, 17-yard loss there. Really putting you behind in terms of being on schedule. We're going to go empty look this time. 3 to the right, 2 to the field side. One goes even further. He's dropping back, drops back his usual 7. Over the middle, finds a target, deep safety, misses the tackle, and that's a big 24-yard reception. So just like that, they get out of the hole, and it's first down.
Yeah, Kayshawn right there is a first-team All-American receiver. He is one of the best in the game, and we finally get to see him.
Jeez, you find out. I wish I had that kind of talent. We got trips left. Pistol set here. Tight end goes out wide. Defense moves with him. Got two guys out there now. Looks like a handoff. Sure is. Left side. He's going to find the edge. After the missed hit stick, big hit tackle, John Emery's gaining 6.
Yeah, we had lost sight of John Emery after that first drive, and he's back, and that was just a great play call. We saw the defense miss a line. Good play. Love seeing the offensive lineman start pulling. Good job. Way to use that speed to the boundary.
Good game so far of balance between run and pass. I hope both coaches are able to stick to this the whole way. We got 4 wideouts here, though. Pistol right behind. Emery gets the handoff. He's going right up the middle. Center tackle gap right there. Gain of 6. First down. Tigers.
Yeah, something I love seeing from both these coaches is they're both testing out this really stout D-line that both these guys have. And they're saying, you know, we don't care about ratings. We don't care about rankings. It's going to get ugly in the trenches, and that's what we love seeing.
Probably only another possession or 2 left in this first half. As 5 minutes comes and goes. LSU is sending that tight end again out to the right. This time only one man follows him, but the user is right there, kind of in that vicinity. He's going to drop straight back. He's going to bail out of the pocket right and try to make this happen with his legs. There's nobody in front of him. And let's see if they can tackle him. They do not tackle him, but he goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Big 13-yard rush there by Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, we see a little bit of that muscle that Jaden Daniels has put on. You know, Coach JB likes his boys in the weight room, and you know, Daniels does a good job of finding what he's got to do, putting the ball down, taking off, getting out of bounds. Don't want those extra hits.
Yeah, I remember that other big hit on him. Damn. Okay, so we got 2 tight ends set to the right. Now a man in motion, so we're going to have twins left also. Man with the dreads in the backfield on the left hip. Dropping back, surveys right, surveys left, surveys everywhere. Nobody is near him. Has all day to pass. I've never seen the quarterback with more time to pass. Nobody is around. Thug can't get him. And he's trying to run it in. No, he's trying to pass it in, but it's broken up. Broken up. Man, the coverage lasted 27 seconds.
Yeah, what a unique defensive strategy there. I know Coach Brousseau was watching that play, you know, seeing the entire D-line drop back, and it ended up working. You know, good job. Good hit towards the end, knocking out the ball. If they would have scored on a passing play when all 11 players dropped back, that would have been one for the press conference.
Just when you think he's committed to the pass, he starts to step up and looking like he's going to run. Just when you think he's going to run, he tries to snuck it right there into the defense and broken up on the play. Good defense by Florida State. LSU really trying to score here, trying to get 7 from this. 2nd and goal, drops back to pass. Surveying, now breaking out of the pocket left. Now trying to reach the sticks. Breaks back to the right. Nobody around him. Going to try to find it. And it's broken up. It's deflected by Cooper.
What a play. Great stick work from JB, but a tremendous job of keeping your eyes on the quarterback. What a play.
Coach's comment is funny. Drop 11 equals heart attack. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, these last 2 plays have definitely gotten the heart rate up. That's for sure.
Extremely unique.
3rd and goal now. I mean, the downs are starting to fly by at this point. Thug is surveying there as the user defender right there in the middle. And we see motion from right to left. Still got the tight end and the halfback on the right side. Snap with 2 seconds left to play. And they're going to hit that halfback right there. John Emery Jr. with a 7-yard TD. And LSU, just like that, gets the lead.
Yeah, that is someone that they got to try to get the ball into his hands. John Emery, you know, we saw 3 straight passes in the goal line, you know, that almost gave me a little bit of a stroke. But, you know, hey, they ended up scoring towards the end. That's what you want to see.
We're almost having strokes, and we're not even at halftime yet, folks. We still got another possession or 2 in this half alone. But look at the total yardage there, 114 to 112. Pretty balanced game. Florida State has missed a field goal. Otherwise, it would be completely balanced at 10-10. Pittman taking it out of the end zone and racing upfield. Gets it to about the 27-yard line with a 34-yard return. Nice job right there.
Yeah, it's interesting to see exactly what style Coach Bowen's going to come out with. He did a really run-heavy first drive. Next drive, he's throwing the ball, slinging it around. Unfortunately with the missed field goal, but it's very evident that both these coaches can move the ball how they want to move the ball, and that's the unique part.
I think Florida State wanted to run the ball on that second possession also, but I think that first play got them behind schedule with a negative 2-yard loss, and then they kind of stuck with the pass and passed their way out of it from there. But this is brand new down distance right here. 4 wides, fake the handoff, slinging it deep, and he's got space. Helton is racing down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him, folks. That is a quick answer back, and Florida State regains the lead.
Keyshawn Helton said, "Don't worry, coach. You don't got to run the ball. Danny Schnauzer just can shut up there in the booth, sling it, and let me go score."
When you got one-on-one coverage, that becomes a dangerous play. And the safety help and everything else like that wasn't there in time. An explosive play. What a dot there from the quarterback. Putting it right on him, letting the receiver catch it in stride and run away from multiple defenders. You see the explosiveness there for Florida State. Just when you think that you are going to get more ground and pound, they put it in the air, and in one play, they go the length of the field, regaining the lead and back in command.
Yeah, we were waiting for that big explosive play, and we got it.
We got a return here, going up to about the 31-yard line. 30-yard return there. And LSU is going to get the ball back. And this is what LSU sort of wants. They want to be able to have maybe the final the final possession in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, when you got speed like both these teams have at the receiver, you can, it doesn't really matter what drive you're gonna end up with. You want to sling it and see what they can do.
Got 2 wides to the right. No, 3 wides to the right. And they're going to uncork one themselves. LSU. Oh, but Dent is there. Dent is there. That user deflection.
Yeah, Akeem Dent is one of the best DBs in the nation for a reason. He is one of the emotional leaders for the Florida State defensive backfield. And right there you see exactly why. He does a good job playing to his zone. And you would want to see Daniels rip it a little bit farther, but, sometimes that arm strength is just, it's God-given.
Might need some electrolytes at halftime to be able to rip that ball and get it underneath a little bit more of this hot Florida air. But 2nd and 10 right here. Plenty of downs to work with. And he's going to uncork that one on a quick out route. Oh, we see the step back cheese. Step back cheese. Brian Thompson, 22-yard reception.
Those are the athletes right there. The athletes out there in the perimeter are scary for both these teams. The quicker you can get the ball over there, let them work their magic, it's going to be a track meet out there.
That's going to cross the 50-yard line that time. That's his first reception on the day. And Jaden Daniels with 100 yards passing now with that completion. Orbit motion. We're going to fake the handoff. Daniel steps up, then back. Oh, and that Cooper almost broke on that one with his first deflection of the day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these Florida State DBs have been hearing about this LSU receiver core all week long, and they were ready for it. They understand what is at stake for them. It's a huge matchup against a very popular team in Louisiana State, so they're here to play.
And what a good matchup they are playing in tonight. Pretty close matchup. We see a dot right over the middle right there, but there's a flag on the play. Offensive pass interference. And it looks like it was accepted, so that's going to make it 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what happened on that play. Unfortunately right there, you don't want to ever go backwards right now, especially when Florida State's kind of, finding their groove on this defensive side. You want LSU to find a rhythm too.
Tight end to the right. He's going to motion out there to the right. I have called that about 4 times today. Ball being snapped with 2 seconds left, and that's a handoff right up the middle. John Emery gets 3 on the play. Nice tackle by the defender.
Yeah, it was a good job of staying home, you know, understanding what you have to do, playing your P's and Q's, and trying to avoid having a big play ran against you. And Florida State's done a good job of slowing down that inside run right now. They just got to find a way to contain those deep outs and hitches. But LSU's got those athletic receivers, man. So interesting third down here.
And we're going to see a stoppage of play there. So Florida State has 1 timeout remaining. LSU with 2. About 2.5, a little bit less than 2.5 to play. And interesting territory we're in right now. 3rd and 17, so it's a lot of yards to gain. Are you going to try to get in it all here? And he is. He's going to uncork it, and he throws a floaty dotty to Malik Neighbors for a 31-yard reception and a first down.
Neighbors is one of those unsung heroes in the receiving room, and just an incredible throw, ballsy throw by Daniels there.
Just like that, LSU is sniffing the red zone. 2 tight ends set to the right. Shotgun formation, single back. One of those tights moved to the left. Barking one command out to the right flank. Fakes the handoff. No, it's a real handoff and a counter. And Dent right there absolutely resets the clock for John Emery.
Yeah, he got up a little woozy there, shaking it off the cobwebs. You know, just it's this Florida State team has shown that they're here to play, and they really want to continue to make their presence known. And it's interesting because we got a lot of back and forth between these offenses.
A lot of back and forth, and I see tick, tick, tick happening. That clock is vanishing very, very quickly. With 2nd and 7, I wonder if Junior Broncos is starting to play a little bit of keep away here now that they've crossed the red zone. Quick handoff that time. Tunnel screen, maybe. First down, Tigers.
Yeah, nice little bubble screen there. You'd love to see it, especially again with the athletes that you have. You have to find a way to spread the ball around. You want Florida State to play sideline to sideline, and that's how you do it right there. You take advantage of the open field.
Florida State defensive coordinator's got to be saying, jump in front of one of those young men. Jaden Daniels putting together a little game here now. About a minute left. This is going to be a handoff this time. Oh, but there's too many defenders there. And Malik Neighbors made a good effort to bounce off a couple of them, but there was a third tripping up.
Yeah, just an impressive play. Cooper and Lovett, those defensive tackles in the middle, have just been really controlling that interior line of scrimmage. And right there, if he did not get off his block, it was a wide open gap, and he would have been touching that S right there in the end zone.
Just about half a minute left to play. 2nd and 8. LSU. Shotgun formation. Letting all of the play clock go down. Fires the ball, and that is picked off. Thug with the big interception. Slams the door for LSU. And the LSU coach is irate.
Yeah, we get our first turnover of the NWO season, and it was an incredible one. Unfortunately, his own teammate almost tripped him up. You know, he could have taken that one to the crib.
I think he got a little bit turned around, and then when he finally figured out what direction to go in, and man came right in front of him instead of seeking out the other jersey and just cold-cocking it. But you'll take the turnover either way because that keeps points off the board for the purple-yellow team. Florida State with 20 seconds left to play in the half. They're going to uncork one over the top. Couple defenders in the area, and that is going to be deflected and drops to the ground. And we are going to line right back up and do it again.
Yeah, having all those receivers come back after going pretty deep there, you know, you want to catch their breath, but you got to save that timeout. Oh, LSU calls it for them.
LSU with the timeout, trying to get their defense set now that they see the strategy that Florida State the mindset that Florida State is coming out with for this final possession here of the first half. 4-point ball game. Florida State would be more than thrilled to get into field goal range. And that, with that timeout in the back pocket, they could scramble the kicking unit out there pretty quickly and get that all set up. However, he has missed one earlier, so there should be a 7-point lead. LSU, of course, looking for a turnover. They're going to keep it on the ground. A little bit safer of a play here. And Ward is going to get 7. And that might just take us down to the end of the first half.
Yeah, I love the play call. If you get the first down, you call a timeout or you go out of bounds, you can call the hurry up. Great first half right there by both these coaches.
Interesting stat that came up right there. It says that Florida State is 0-2 on third downs. Keep that in mind as we go forward here. Danny, is this the kind of game that you thought would happen? What did you see that you thought would happen? What did you see that you didn't think would happen?
There's so much speed that coming into this game, I'm assuming, I know Cincy, I know JB, and I know the way they love to play offense, and I expected this to be a track meet, just firing on all cylinders, score after score after score, but both of them have really done a good job of controlling what they can control. Obviously the missed field goal and then the turnover there by LSU at the end, it's an extremely close game. It's almost even. It's almost identical to everything. It's very interesting to see because, both these coaches are kind of moving away from their first identity that we know them as, but it's very interesting because we know since he still has that air raid in his back pocket, JB still has that motion game that he likes to move around defenses. So we're going to see if they're going to stick to their game plan or they're going to go back to what they love.
Yeah, and I'm going to come at it from a different perspective. I appreciate that analysis. You're right about the speed and those philosophies for those coaches, and then just from like a overall like bigger picture view, like these coaches are really getting used to their team still, right? Like it's like kind of like getting a new pair of shoes. Like you don't really know how it feels, or putting on a new set of gloves. You don't really know how you feel until you kind of dig down deeper. And now we're going to dig down really deep. First half was kind of like feel things out. But now it's about to get a little bit sweaty, right? That's my assumption.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great point. It's these are brand new teams. Some of us have scrimmed. Some of us have practiced with our teams. It's just like you said. It's a whole new ball game, right? Like JB coming from UW and with Washington, Cincy coming from his hometown team with the Bearcats. It's very different when you have a whole different unit with different athletes. So it's very interesting. And, I love your point because it's exactly true.
Yeah, and, interesting how, like, one side, the special teams unit failed, and then the other side, it looked like the special teams unit was going to fail on that kick, and it somehow snuck in. But then the other fact is that, there have been some goal line slowdowns here for a couple of the squads, right? In particular, that last possession right before half with the turnover play on the interception. And then one other time where LSU was held to 3 when it really looked like they were going to score. But Florida State's defense just bowed up and got to the quarterback. They got to Jaden Daniels. They got him on the ground a couple of times in that possession. Not initially, but right around the red zone is when they started to kind of stiffen up. So,
yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And for me, it's a lot of it's just Monday morning quarterbacking from the sideline. Right. But I love to run the ball. Right, we love to run the ball. You got your big O line. You've had success. Sometimes we overthink things, and you'd love to see more runs down there in that red zone, and try to punch it in, make them earn it.
Yeah, because points are at a premium in a game like this. If we were talking a barn burner, like you had mentioned earlier, it's okay. You could give up a score because you're going to fly down the field and score. And we did see a couple monster plays. Florida State had a huge run play in a Wildcat that you called out over on the left side on their first possession. After it looked like they were going to be punting on fourth down, they were able to convert it. But that other play that Florida State where they, just a sideline pass, like, out-athleted 3 guys, en route to the end zone. A couple monstrous plays. But other than that, kind of taking what the defense gives them. But here goes the second half. And it's going to be returned right from the goal line. And he's not going to reach the 20, I think. Only gets down to the 18.
Yeah, you want to try to get at least past that 20, 25 yard, but you also want your guys to block for you, and they kind of let John Emery down there.
John Emery has had a lot of touches today. But that's when you add in the passes, including 1 touchdown pass, and the kick returns. But not as many touches on the ground as the Florida State running backs and halfbacks have. But single tight end set here, and this looks like that screen pass they were trying to set up earlier. And Emery is going to slice inside a man, falls forward for a few extra yards, and that's a great pickup right there.
Yeah, right away going back to, that's your guy. That is the workhorse of that team. He's the senior for a reason. He's one of the captains for that offense. And, John Emery, if he goes, this offense goes.
Yeah, and just like that, you get into a suitable return range now. And that's a great play to start off the drive with. We got 2 tight ends set. One from the left is going to the right. Your 2 receivers are to the left. And LSU is going to keep it with the quarterback. And Jaden Daniels showing some elusiveness, but ultimately tackled after a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of 2 tight sets here from LSU. Very rare. Don't see the LSU team using that a lot, but Coach JB does a good job of having a very diverse playbook. And that was a good play call right there. You're 1 man away from, breaking 1 deep, but it's Florida State DBs, man. They can tackle. They've shown that they can cover. It's fun seeing them play.
Florida State athletes made the play there on the edge. My eyes got huge for a second. I'm sure his did too. Looked like some green pastures are going to be opened up there, but Florida State able to hit that edge eventually after a 4-yard pickup. And this time Emery's going to be as a wide receiver. Oh, and the receiver is going to shrug off 2 defenders on a big pickup there, maybe about 20, 25 yards.
Every time I talk highly about one position, something like that happens. And he breaks off 2 DBs there, does a good job. An incredible timing throw. That's the chemistry with Jaden Daniels and his receivers. And Coach JB has been talking about it all week.
That was an impressive play, and the timing was outstanding. You're right. Oh, and there's that tight end lining up now as a wide. Coming back now. Making a couple more adjustments there. And this is going to be a handoff. And that's not Emery on the field. And he's going to be tackled by the first tackler there for a 1-yard loss. That's the kind of play that we saw Florida State get behind on earlier. And then they kind of went to the pass a lot on that possession. Let's see what happens here. What'd you think about that play?
Yeah, Cooper and Lovett again, man. Those DTs in the middle. One of them 6'2", 340. The other one's 6'4", 320. It's hard to run down the middle.
Jesus. They are enjoying that French Quarter out there in Louisiana. Got a 2 tight end set, both of them to the right this time. And that is just a great anticipation throw. I mean, he had lots of pass protection on that one. The defensive ends were nowhere near him, and that's a first down.
Yeah, that is he's seeing that they're in man coverage. Those timing routes, those man beater routes are something that are very scary, especially in the game. And Jaden Daniels is having a lot of chemistry and a lot of success throwing off to his left side.
We're going to see a pistol set here, single back, 4 wides, 2 left, 2 right. 4 down linemen with 3 linebacker look from Florida State. We got 1 motion man from right to left. Now that field side is really, really open, but they're going to keep it on the ground here. Looked like a keeper, but he ultimately handed it off, and no gain on the play.
Yeah, another man blitz that we're seeing there from Florida State, right? And that extra guy that's really hard to account for. You want your lineman to find him, but when you bring them delayed like that, like Florida State does, it's tough. And just an incredible play there. And this is why we see them go to the throw, right? To the air, because those run games get stuffed a little. And it's always difficult to try to, beat a dead horse.
It's very hard once you get beat on a run play to go back to it. Absolutely. And we're going to see a pass back here, and he's got a lot of time to pass here. He's got so much time. He can do whatever he wants back there. And he's going to try to thread the needle, and him and the receiver cannot be on the same page, and that falls down. The receiver didn't even put his hands up. Maybe he didn't know the ball was coming.
Yeah, he was probably already anticipating he had to break off his route again. It's very interesting to see that, because since he knows exactly when they're going to throw, and he does a good job of anticipating it right away, and his guys drop back, and he's done a good job. It hasn't bitten him. It hasn't bit him before. So I mean, hey man, much kudos. And I know Coach Brusso out there is, seeing in. He's enjoying this strategy.
This is an empty look this time. Might be identifying man coverage here. Robinson with the user. Jaden Daniels staying in the pocket, strafing to the right a little bit. Now breaking far out right, eluding a couple tacklers, a couple more, and getting all the way up to the 3-yard line. 4th and 3 there.
Yeah, we see them drop back again, and they're keeping this athletic quarterback in front of them, man. And those DBs, I'm telling you, they cover so much ground. They're doing a good job of just keeping everything there. We're going to see what LSU chooses to do here.
They're going to line up for a field goal, so barring a fake, they're going to be okay with being down 1 with a lot of time left to play. And that one is true, right down the center. A much better kick than their previous attempt. And with about 10 minutes of actual real gameplay left, it's anyone's ball game, as there's only 1 point that separates the two teams.
Yeah, we're seeing this matchup live up to the hype that we exactly thought it was. And, it's incredible right now how even these teams are playing.
That one is not going to be returnable. So, Danny, is that a letdown for LSU? They marched the entire field, after a short kick return. Is that a letdown, or is that still good that you got within 1 in a close game with a lot of time left?
Anytime you finish a drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal, extra point, you're doing a good job. That's the best thing you want out there. That's the most incredible thing you want. So anytime you get those points, that's what you're aiming for.
Well said. And this time, it looks like Travis is going to keep it. I don't know if it was designed or a broken play right there. But out of the empty look, he kind of draws it right up the middle there. But a no-yard gain.
Yeah, incredible wrinkle there that Cincy likes, right? Just another thing for JB to have to think about, a quick quarterback power, quick quarterback zone right down the middle. Just always making sure that he's got to have linebackers in the box.
2 wides on each side. Handoff this time to Ward. And we saw LSU defender right there on his back. And that's exactly where Ward runs to. And that's going to lead us to 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's that interior of that line right there for Florida State. I know they're All-American left guard. Gibbons, he's a stud. Scott Jr. at the tackle position. Those guys they're always getting in there and getting down and dirty, and that's why this matchup is so fun for me. Just the battle of those O-line versus D-line on both teams, it's so fun.
Interesting setup for this one here. This looks really reminiscent of their first possession, where they really tried hard to keep it on the ground. But we got 2 tight ends and 2 wideouts to the left. Shotgun formation. Halfback in the right hip. Barking out all kinds of changes here. Only 2 down linemen for LSU. Now 3. User man moves over a little bit. Travis is strafing out to the right. Sees open pastures. He's going to keep it. Wow, and the LSU defender tries to rip it out of there. They try to take his head off and rip it out, and neither of them worked. That's a first down.
Yeah, Travis is one of those young bucks, man, that you have to teach him how to slide, but he doesn't care. He wants to get in there. He's gritty. He's a gamer, and he wants to put his head down. He wants to battle for those yardage, and that's actually a great play by LSU, keeping things nice and minimal. Yes, you gave a first down, but it wasn't too bad.
Trying to build a new culture here at Florida State with a new coach, Cincy Bowen. First year here for Florida State in the NWO. And that's a handoff to Ward this time. He's had a good day. His numbers are starting to rack up. That's a 7-yard gain right there on first down.
Yeah, Ward's average has to be over 5 yards. He is doing a great job of following his bigs. He does a good job of making sure that those boys get on their blocks. He's patient, and it's showing right now.
Yeah, a lot of those runs coming right up the middle, right behind those big kids that you talked about. But a 4 down lineman look here, so maybe they got the numbers this time. See trips to the right. Still a shotgun, though. Some changes, and it's a counter to Ward, and Ward is going to find 4 more as he crosses the first down yardage to gain.
Yeah, the fact that that play was successful with that many people in the box, it was incredibly impressive. You know, they kind of understood it was going to be a run, but just a good job by that offensive line.
Yeah, and they're going to keep him on the field here as we get right back to it. Another formation with 3 wides to the right. Some more changes coming out from Travis. He's going to hold on to it, drop far back, and here comes the pressure now, but he's able to get it to Helton, and Helton is still moving with 5 extra picked up right there after the reception. And that's going to take us down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that backside dig route is something you love to see in play action. You know, it's going to come across the entire way. He's a speedster. You know, he's got a lot of speed behind him, but he did a good job developing that route, getting to where he needed to get right in front of his quarterback. Good throw.
So Florida State definitely moving the ball here. Dipping into the red zone, probably in kicking territory already. Handoff to Ward, but that LSU team defense was right there on that one. Loss of 1 yard.
Yeah, rare to see that, but incredible to see that, you know, just because they give up big plays, they haven't, you know, broken their will or anything. LSU's game, they're ready to roll, and they did a good job there of stepping up and stopping that run.
Maybe the last play of the third quarter incoming. Get your 4s ready, chat. Probably the last play right here. You got 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left, shotgun. He's going to probably uncork one. Oh, no, he's finding some space, finding some softness. He's going to try to use his legs to outrun the defender, and he just gets tripped up enough, but gets the first down. And that's the way the third quarter is going to end in our first game of Season 4. NWO is back. Can you dig it?
George, you know, we're in the 4th. I'm getting the little goosies, right? You're getting the nerves. You're feeling it. The games are getting interesting. Big drive here for Florida State. You know, they want to finish off with points, and we kind of feel that momentum flowing to the Seminole side. So it's going to be interesting to see what Louisiana wants to do here.
Last time we got down here, it was McDonald that this number was called. This time it's Ward. And good tackle right there, preventing more from being gained. Just a 2-yard gain right there, but sticking on the ground in Florida State.
Yeah, the D-line has won their one-on-ones lately. You know, they're not winning their pass rush reps, but they're winning those rundowns, and they're doing a good job so far. They just got to finish off and complete these drives defensively so they can get Florida State off the field.
Yeah, plenty of time if you're LSU. Just a 1-point difference here. If they could get them off the field with 3, they'd be happy. Once again, Florida State, if you missed it, they missed a field goal in the first half. This is a handoff to Ward, and he's breaking up field, and he has the yardage to gain, as that's a first down.
A very, very generous first down there. I personally didn't think he had it, but, I mean, that's an incredible run, incredible call there from Cincy.
Sticking to the script on this possession, we've seen most of these yards gobbled up on the ground. LSU coach is in the ref's ear saying that was not a first down, but it is. We see the motion from left to right, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and Travis gets banged around before being brought down after a gain of 1.
The fact that he gained a yard after that crazy play is something special, and you don't want to throw anything out there, right? But these quarterbacks have done a good job holding on to the ball lately. We've seen it that it's very secure, and it's crucial because they're both athletes, but we're seeing that they both want to throw first. They don't just pull down the ball and want to run. They have their eyes up, and they're doing a good job.
Possessions have been at a super premium today, especially as this shit's getting sweaty now here in the final few minutes. But empty set here. Empty backfield here. And he's going to loft one to Wilson. Mr. Wilson scoring 6 right there. And that's going to push us to a 7-point lead right now. And we have in chat the question, the argument, do you go for 2 right here? Chat, put your opinion down in there. With 5 minutes left to play, what do you do?
Yeah, so far we haven't seen the offense come off the field. So this is interesting. This is an interesting one right here.
So chat says go for 2, and so does Coach for Florida State. In an empty set, Travis is going to find some space, and he's going to loft one, and that man is all alone. Number 4, I didn't get the name of him, but comes up with a crucial 2-down score, or 2-point score, and now it's going to push it, oh my goodness, to 9 points. The gamble paid off on that one.
Yeah, Michael Pittman there. That was who caught that 2-point conversion. The younger brother of Michael Pittman, who plays for the Colts right now. So he is a stud. He's an Oregon transfer that's here at Florida State. Just an incredible job there to get open. He is a shifty receiver, and we haven't seen him yet until that 2-point conversion.
Johnny on the spot. There's something to say about that factor when Coach hasn't called your name all day. And he looks right at you and says, I haven't forgot about you, son. You ready to make a play for us? Exactly. He nods his head. He gets the job done for the squad. Does a lot. And that's going to be a tackle for no gain right there. It's Florida State starting to move around. I think I saw a tomahawk chop by one of the defenders there.
Yeah, they're feeling it, right? The momentum's on their side. They're up by 9, so it's very crucial that they feel lax and they don't feel all the pressure on their back. But, you want to pin your ears back. You want to force LSU to earn every single yard, and they did it with that defensive stop.
Louisiana State breaks the huddle. 2 wideouts to the left. 1 tight end on each side. That one left impact player goes from left to right. Quarterback Daniels in shotgun. Drop it back to pass. Quick pass this time. Out route. And he just steps out of bounds. First down play.
Yeah, he anticipated that DB taking his legs out a little early, but we're seeing the man coverage, so, it's tough. Do you get into the hurry up? Do you run a 5-minute offense? How do you want to run this?
2 tight end set, both to the right. Barking out a couple changes here is Daniels. Strafing, now throwing. Deflected there by Florida State.
Yeah, since he does a good job of knowing when to get into that coverage, right? He does a good job of getting to that zone. He trusts his D-line. They're doing a solid job winning their one-on-ones, but it's a very good chess match to see exactly what route concepts they're going to call against a coach that's not afraid to call anything. I mean, we've already seen their entire D-line drop back.
There's the snap. Strafing to the right now, breaking far right, looking deep, crossing over the middle. Great diving catch, keeping hope alive here, number 8. First down.
You want to see him stay on his feet, especially an athlete like him.
We're going to go no huddle right here. As soon as the tight end sets, we're going to get the snap. Let's drop it back to pass. Drops back about 15, 20 yards. Halfback screen is snuffed out. There was 3 defenders in that area.
Yeah, that was an incredible job of getting into the quarterback's face right away, identifying the screen, and that's a tough one right there. At least it wasn't a loss of 7, 8. It's a little bit manageable, but, crucial to get going right now.
Get going they do, and they're dropping back to pass once again, and that is a completion. Tackled by the first defender, but not before a first down. Big play.
Yeah, Jeray Jenkins, he's one of the possession receivers on this LSU team, and he did a good job of bodying up that DB there.
Thinking with the no huddle, just about 4 minutes left to play. Starting to sniff the red zone. Yeah, Daniel's taking the time to make some adjustments. He's going to hit that out route one more time. This time for a little bit less. Yardage, only picks up 3 on that play.
Yeah, he's trying to identify who's in man and who's in zone. Did a good job there. You want to see Daniels threaded a little bit, but that was just a good play by that DB.
Timeout this time by Florida State. Maybe get the right coverage in, maybe recharge the batteries a little bit. Looks like all the Florida State players are getting their Gatorade. Oh, wait. Is it their Seminole aid? Down here in Tallahassee?
Very true. Very true. They drink Propel down here?
And now everybody's back on the field and lined up. Daniel's trying to orchestrate an answer back here to try to cut it within a 1-score margin. Taking all the corrections. Strafing out to the right, now breaking hard to the right. Finds an open. Oh, no. I thought he was going to hit the shorter man.
Same, George.
And he throws it to the man standing in the back line of the end zone. And that could have been picked off. Looked like it was more the defender's ball than it was the offensive receiver's ball.
Yeah, I do like the play. It's you know, you go deep. You want to see your guy make a play on it right there. But that was a tough one there. That was really tough for Cole Taylor there.
Looked like the post route was open. But that's me playing Monday morning quarterback. I don't even know if I'm in this matchup still at this point of the game. 3rd and 7 here. Daniel's still taking the time after the stoppage of play to make all the correct decisions there. He's strafing to the right. Pump fakes. And they are not rushing him. They are just letting him choose where to throw the ball. He does find a place to deliver it to. And that is a first down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, great job staying there, not moving, staying centered. Let the O-line stay in front of you. Find the hole.
Let the heart attacks begin, folks. Dropping back 11 in coverage. We're going to see a big shift here from LSU, and the Seminoles seem very good with the defense that they're currently in. Jaden strafing to the right once again. Throws a quick one, and he's going to find his target. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a play there. Good job on that scramble, Joe. Everyone finally turned around there. You know, you want to see that happen. Huge receiver there. Jack Beck, just a good job turning around.
I hope everybody has had their first aid training and knows how to take a pulse, because a little while ago when there was that 2-point conversion made by Florida State, we were thinking that the pulse was pretty weakened by the Tigers. But now with that answer back with 3 minutes left to play and all 3 timeouts, Louisiana State Tigers think that they still have a shot at this. Here's the kickoff. Pittman's going to receive it, and he's just going to kneel on the end zone there. And what do you do offensively? What's the mindset here for Florida State?
You keep doing what you're doing, right? And since he's done a good job of keeping everything different, he hasn't really shown his hand at all, ever. Like, I keep trying to predict what the play is going to be, and you don't catch it. He does a good job of mixing it up. That's what we love seeing Cincy do. He's that type of coach that just, he's like, hey, you know what I want to call it? I'm going to call it. You know, it doesn't matter if it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. And keep it up. Keep being unpredictable.
And if you're the Tigers, you want to stop the ball, get the ball back as soon as possible. There's a counter play, and he's finding the edge on the outside, and the Tigers' defense is able to make that tackle. So the clock is going to continue to run. And that's
Coach, you love to see your outside defender fly to the inside for no reason, right? That is just, that's heartbreaking right there.
Yeah, LSU is in a really tough one right here because it's so many yards that it makes this first down kind of almost like not a gimme, but really, really close to becoming a gimme. And you almost wish like first down would have happened, but who knows? You could have a turnover on any play. There's a handoff to Ward, and he's going to get stuffed in the backfield. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
What a smack.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Clock is still rolling. No timeouts taken yet for LSU. Them still holding on to him just in case the down and distance is reset on a heroic play here by Florida State.
Yeah, that was
Florida State has 2
incredible
timeouts. If they don't like the matchup, they can take a timeout and reset. But we got shotgun. Travis is feeling good about this one, barking out a command to each side. He drops back to pass, and there's pressure right away. But he finds Ward. But Ward is not able to get the yard to gain. Earlier, the refs gave him a favorable spot, and on this one, he runs into his own man and gets stifled, and now it's 4th and inches.
George, wow. What an unfortunate event. What do you do here? Do you trust your defense? Are you going to go for it? You're going to try to get inches? You tell me. What are you going to do?
I think Bowen is a man. He's a centerfold. You know, he has plenty of inches. So I think he's gonna run a play right here. I think this is offensive. Oh, and they pinch the defense, and Travis is not gonna get it. And LSU will pick up the ball right there, deep into Florida State territory. And Florida State, who had a lead for the majority of the 4th quarter, is now holding on to a 2-point lead with only 2 timeouts left.
It's the perfect pinch at the perfect time, and Travis just slips behind his center. Oh, no.
Coach, that's what we saw on the first 4th down attempt that got converted. A fullback dive. This time it was the quarterback keeping it. Maybe was going to hand it off. I don't know. Didn't even have time to do anything with it. Got brought down in the backfield. Whenever you see that man in dreadlocks, he is dangerous, folks. He keeps it on the left side, and the clock is tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, George, it's very interesting because we've seen 2 field goals. Very, very questionable. Yeah, sketchy is right. So it's interesting to see what the game plan is here.
We saw one miss by FSU, which would have put them up by more than a field goal at this point.
Right.
LSU would have needed a touchdown at this point, even with everything else being the same. And then LSU was somehow able to snuck. Ooh, what a pass right there. But it is broken up, leading to 3rd down with not a lot of time. With not a lot of time being ticked off of the clock.
Yeah,
Still at the 33-yard line. Is this within range? These are 2 new teams. We don't know what the range is for this LSU kicker.
That's a great point. It's exactly the perfect point to make. You didn't take off any time just yet, and now you're in a tough situation. Florida State, if they get a good stop here, they can call a timeout. They can force you to kick that field goal.
And we don't know. Well, there's still another play, but we don't know who has what unlocked in terms of freeze abilities and unfreeze.
Good point.
But Daniels is back to pass by himself. He is surveying the entire field. He's throwing it over the middle. That might be intercepted. That should have been intercepted. There was nothing but black jerseys all around, and he threw it up anyways. This is 4th and 9. This is looking like if it's at the 33-yard line still, this is looking like a 50-yarder, folks.
Or
maybe a 50-yarder, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back pass plays there. All you need is a field goal to win. Talk to me, George. What do you think?
I didn't like the last 2 play calls, but we could talk about that in the post-game show.
I like your style. They're going for it.
This is for the Marbles, and that is going to be picked off, and he gets turned around again, but this time he is stiff-arming a man and getting out of bounds with the ball. That is 2 turnovers for LSU today, 0 for FSU, and just like that, FSU has 44 seconds on the clock. LSU still with 3 timeouts. But definitely back in control of this game, back in the mounted position.
Yeah, that was a tough throw. You want to see your quarterback make a better throw. Coach had the right intention. Perfect play, just short-armed it.
Shotgun right here. Hand off to Ward. Called his number a lot today, and these yards are getting harder to come by here late in the game. That's something to watch for the future. His yards were so easy to come by in the first 3 quarters of the game, and here in the 4th quarter, LSU has really ramped up their defense here. Maybe seeing this a little bit too many times, or maybe just catching a beat or taking more risks. Who knows? LSU takes their first timeout. Pass play here. Travis is going to run for this one, and he's going to slide down safely after getting a first down. Timeout, LSU.
Yeah, good play call there. The DB bailed on that corner route, tried to jump it, and Travis did what he's supposed to do right there. Take it, go down, and great game, George.
Has been indeed. And we are going to see right there a last-minute kneel while ahead. Hell of a matchup here for our first game in NWO Season 4. Two new teams. Shout out to both coaches. Starting off a dynasty with two new teams that the NWO has never seen before, them going in a different direction. And I think both teams can really walk away with something that they did and that they liked.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, brand new teams, right? You have a whole new philosophy, a whole new system. So just an incredible way to kick off this season. So excited.
Man left. Four down. Hey, check Mike, Mike 6.
Did we lose George there?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had an incredible call. That was the best you had ever heard in your life, except you didn't hear it. My bad. The 2-point extra try, right? The 2-point extra try by Florida State stands as the margin of victory today. Had that not been made, we could possibly have extra football today. But we brought you enough during these 4 quarters. Shout out to both coaches. Let's get the first one on in here. Welcome to the Victor Goes the Spoils. How did you feel about that 2-point conversion? And that's still standing as the margin of victory for today. As Cincy Bowen gets his mic squared away. Just want to thank everybody for being here in the first game of the doubleheader.
Check. All right, they can hear me now.
Cincy, that was a great execution of that 2-point conversion that ultimately was the difference in this ball game. What did you like from your team? What did you like going forward? What did you do well?
Yeah, they I know this team had a lot of speed, and that's basically what I judged them at first. But as I more looked at them today and over the last few days, I've noticed that this team's got grit, man. They got awareness, they got break tackle, they got hit power, they got block shedding, they got tackling. I mean, they got swat ball. I mean, they got attributes I can't even name. I've never seen before. I mean, these kids play great. LSU is a great team, 90 across the board, with a great coach. But my boys just showed those little guys on the field today showed grit.
Appreciate that. And what's one more thing that you're looking for them from this point going forward?
Yeah, hopefully we can keep the run game going, control the clock, and execute third downs when we need to. And hopefully our offense can score more points than what the defense gives up.
Thank you, Coach. I'm going to hand you off now to Sausages.
Cincy, what a game, man! First one under the belt. Brand new team, whole new things. Right? It's a whole bunch of different toys to play with. What are the positives and maybe some of the negatives that you felt from your team that you're going to work on and that you're going to build off of?
Yeah, I would say some of the negative is the zone defense. We definitely need to sharpen that up a little bit. A couple of the younger kids, which we do have a lot of young kids out there. A couple of them got beat on their routes, on the man-to-man as well. You pointed out a few times. Heard it on the radio. But besides that, they just need to tighten that up a little bit. I'm really impressed by the offense. They did what they needed to do. Just a great performance, and I just hope we, like I said, keep the running game going and clean up the zone defense a little bit.
Yeah, of course. And you have, your quarterback has done a good job, right? And he's a young buck. He's a junior. and you have a really stout run game. Did you come into the game with that type of game plan, like run first and not really sling it as first, or what was the game plan coming in, and did you stick to it?
Yeah, I think the run game is going to be the most important thing this year. That's something that I had with Cincinnati early. My first couple years with Ford that I didn't take advantage of. Then I ended up losing him on the restart, which it happens. We had Matthews. He rushed good, but he's nothing like these young bucks here that we got. We're going to be a run first team. If you stop us, hopefully we can get some of these great fast wideouts opportunity to shine when they start bringing in those linebackers. Hopefully we can start seeing the holes.
Yeah, of course. It was a great game, Cincy. Appreciate you. Tremendous win. Congratulations.
Appreciate you guys calling the game. Appreciate Junior Broncos playing today. Great game, man. Actually had my heart beating the whole time, so free drugs for me. I appreciate it. And appreciate chat for watching. You guys have a good night.
Shout out to the winning coach for tonight, also being the producer for tonight. We thank you. And if Junior Broncos is around, we'd love to speak with him. Junior, are you there?
Yeah, George, you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah,
Can you hear
no,
me?
thanks. Thanks for, yeah, we hear you just fine. I hope the crowd at home can also hear you. But Junior Broncos, what did you like about your new team?
We're solid around. I mean, to answer your question, my defense, my D line. I mean, I know we didn't get any pressure really, but that was more just kind of like since you just ran the ball, I wanted to, you got 162 on the ground on us, but only 128 in the air. I'd rather get beat on the ground just because when you start getting beat through the air. So I like the D line. We're solid. We're solid all around. Jaden Daniels had he made 2 bad passes that cost us. We get that field goal that's not an interception right before halftime. It's a 23-22 game. I mean, obviously, plays that a little different, or we can convert right there and get close and make a field goal. That was, I mean, we had the game in our hand. I couldn't believe we got the stop on that GB sneak. But I like the team. I like Jay. We'll be all right going forward. We're solid all around. Same like Washington. Didn't go high offense. Although I probably should have. I went a little faster defense, so we limited the scrambles. We were deathly afraid of that quarterback room for FSU. It's just speed. Looks like a wide receiver core. So I like the team. We'll be all right going forward.
You definitely showed a lot, and that quarterback definitely got cooking today. You guys stopped the run plenty of times, especially right there in the fourth quarter, to bring you guys back into that game when they had taken a 2-point lead or score lead. Shout out to you, and good luck the rest of the way. I'm gonna hand you off to Danny.
Thank you, George. Great call.
Thank you.
How's it going, JB?
What's going on, man?
Amen, man. I'm doing good. So, kind of the same question, right? I mean, brand new team, the system a little bit different. Obviously, you got different athletes, a lot more athletes here at LSU. How did it feel controlling this team? I know you've played with them before, but how did it feel going into this game?
We got put on the early block. I mean, we were going to play tomorrow night, but we ended up moving it tonight to make the doubleheader. So I didn't get as much time as I'd like to practice. I only got one scrim in with Panda to kind of get the sticks loose and the fast twitch fibers because I've been about a month off. But I like the team. I mean, that defense for Cincy had me guessing. I know there's a lot of zone and some other stuff. That goal line stuff, dropping all the D linemen back in the zone, had me. I was waiting. I should have probably pump faked more. I only got sacked once. I like that. He held me at a 59% completion clip on passing. Jane Daniels only 19 for 32. Red zone turnovers continue to be my downfall in user matchups. I did pop in for halftime. I should have ran it more. I know it's like the everlasting fear of being let myself down of kicking a field goal or trying to go for the 6. Had I probably played more conservative in the red zone, it might have been a different game. It's on the coach. My players played good.
Yeah, no, and it's a good job, right? I mean, you take responsibility, right? The players win the game, coaches lose the game. It's understandable. An incredible job there, and I'm looking forward to seeing you seeing you play with the team. You know, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good season. I'm glad we got to kick off. You know, Tiger Bait here, LSU. We'll be back. Hopefully, I don't know what our next matchup is. I haven't looked at the schedule too much. But you know, I didn't get to play Bowen last year, so it's still a first-time matchup. I got to watch a little. I've seen him play, obviously, and he's seen me. But I watched a little bit of film with him in Tennessee because Tennessee kind of airs it out a little bit, so kind of match my play style somewhat. You know, I wanted to run the ball. He really did a good job. Shout out to Bowen stopping the rush. You know, he was having his moving the ball on us on offense too. I really want to try to focus on getting some more turnovers. I really need to. Panda pulls it out on me to drop all the D line back and pass coverage. I really need to practice that. Try to find get more red zone success, where we're going to be throwing more picks or, you know. But we got, you know, food for thought. Good stuff. Good shit, boys. Great calls. Bowen, thanks for producing. Thanks for moving it today early. It was a great game. Fucking entertainment value. Thank you for everyone coming out and watching. It's going to be a fun season. Excited.